Have an eye too. I'm full of thanks to all the eyes who was tuned into this channel. And I hope everyone is doing well and just growing forward. So in my previous video, I pretty much was saying how I pretty much just touching on the spiritual value of a father, a spiritually present father. And in this video, I want to talk about the spiritual value or true value of a mother. And what I want to say in this video is, for me personally, I think of now as a mother, I think of how when I begin to have daughters, who will they look up to? Who will they admire? Who will they see as the first example of a woman or a female, a mother, a wife, a daughter, a sister? Who would they look to first? And before I go on, I want to say I recently made a post on social media about leading by example, being the last born child, and things like that. So if you get a chance on any social media, Facebook and Instagram, to check that post out. So yeah, pretty much, pretty much I'm thinking of when I have daughters, who would they look to for inspiration or guidance from a feminine perspective, and who will be the first image that the first example that they have. And I find that when I think of it that way, it's more simple for me to get out of my head, and it makes me not want to be as selfish anymore, as far as wanting to grow at my own pace and things like that. And I find that it's more simple to do that than if I think about people on the internet, like people who watch me on iTunes or following on Instagram and all of these different things. I find that it's more simple for me to focus on that growth and on being better when I think of my own offspring. For me personally, that way I'm not doing it for vain reasons where I don't feel forced to do it, or it just feels more genuine and authentic and natural. And it also, I think of how, again, any daughter, us as females, the first image that we have when it comes to being wives or mothers or just good people as women or as females, the first example we have is our mother. And to be honest, I don't mean any disrespect, but a lot of us, the examples that we got from our mothers were not ideal. They were not of the most righteous or the most balanced or the most harmonious, the most healthiest example. And it's not to bash anyone, it's not to condemn anyone, it's not to point the finger or anything, it's just the reality. And for me, myself, I realized that, it's easy to go on about how you want to be something or you want to be a certain way and you strive to be something or whatever, but you don't have an example. You never saw the example and you don't know how to do it and stuff like that. I said these things. It's easy to say that, and at the same breath, I've just been meditating, like, I have to be, even if that's true, I realize that I have to be it, not even for other people, but first for my own self. Like, if I focus on wanting to be that example for somebody else, for example, no, it doesn't feel very genuine to me. But I have to want to be it for myself. Like, I have to be that example that I feel like I never got. I have to be that mother that I feel like I, didn't see, or I have to be that wife that I feel like I didn't see. I have to be that sister that I feel like I didn't see. And also think about my daughters. Like, do I want my daughters to be in that same loose or tight category that I feel I was born into, or that the women before me were in, or women all around me? No, I don't. So I can't really, like I said, it takes me out of that space of being selfish. Because when I think about it, that whole, I want to grow at my own pace and do it, make mistakes and do this and do that, which is nothing wrong with that. Some people have that luxury, but me, I realize, like, I don't have that luxury. I don't have that. I'm a mother. And I've always wanted to be a mother. So when I think about my children and not even just my daughters, but also my sons, like, what kind of woman do I want my sons to see? What kind of wife do I want my sons to see? What type of mother do I want my sons to see? Because that will also determine the type of wife that they will take, the type of mother that they will, that their children will have. So, yeah, it takes me out of the space of being selfish. Because it's no longer about me wanting to take my time and do things how I want it, when I want it. And it's easier said than done. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I've always seen it this way, because obviously I haven't. It's like a new revelation, I guess you could say, I've been having. And it's important because, as I said, the first example that we have is our parents. And as females, we become our mothers. Our daughters will become us. They will be us. And it will continue to grow and expand whichever way. It can go, it can get worse, or it can enhance and become better and better and better and better. And I want it to become better. I want to see changes, not for the worse, but for the better. So yeah. And I also think, or I feel, and I know that by me kind of like stepping up and being that example for myself, and then also for my daughters, it's like my daughters won't have to be in the predicament that I'm in, as far as like having to search for examples, or having to be the example, or having to go through so much to reach a good point or a good place. Like, it will already be there genetically. You get what I'm saying? So they just won't have to do so much. It won't be as hard for them. It won't be as challenging for them. So yes, that's the value of a mother. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say in this video. I don't necessarily have anything else to say but that. I guess it kind of was like a revelation that I had that I wanted to share. And also, I want this video to be an encouragement to any sister that I have, whether by blood or just spiritually, that if you come from where I come from, a place like where I come from, and you've seen certain things, you've taken on certain behaviors, certain mannerisms and things like that. If I can change, you can change. If I can hit rock bottom and kind of like start to rebuild myself up again, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. that's pretty much like what I wanted to say. I want this video to be that encouragement, you know. If you didn't have that example, it's okay. A lot of us didn't. You have to be it for yourself now. You have to nurture yourself, or you have to be for yourself what you wish your mother had been, or be for yourself what you would like to be for your daughters, or just think of it that way. So before I keep rambling on, I hope this video resonates. I hope it helps someone. I hope that it touches you in a good place. And until next time, ahava, guide.